Going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and today I kind of want to go over the past, the present, and the future, because I feel a lot of us may be forgetting what a bull run actually felt like. Maybe you kind of remember it, but you don't really remember it. Or maybe you're new and you've been in this bear market for the entire time and you hear about the bull market, but you don't really understand it. You just know that good things are coming. So things are going to start changing very fast. And when they do, it's going to happen quick. So I want to start this off in the present. And here we're looking at some hardware in the form of ASICs. And we can see that, only the Kaspa miners are really making a decent amount right now, and then everything else is, they're profitable, but they're not that great. Now, why am I starting with ASICs here? So as we know, GPU mining, ever since the Ethereum merge, plus we got the bear market, it hasn't been looking too good. So more people in the last bull run, they were saying they never get an ASIC, nothing ASICs, GPUs for life. That's the only way they're going. But we are seeing a transition over to hard drives, over to more people getting into ASICs and FPGAs and so on, because that's where the profitability has kind of been sitting. So we're looking at the ASIC hardware right now. And currently, a lot of miners, like the most popular, the Jazz miners there for the Ethash, ETC, the X16. We're looking at the current price here, $2,707. They did come down a bit, but a lot of people are saying these are still way too expensive. That's not worth the money. I'm going to wait for them to come down. This is kind of where this video is relating to, is because pretty soon prices are going to start going up, and they're going to go up very fast. And if you don't remember what prices look like in bull runs, let's have a look. So I was going through some older videos here just to see, kind of what prices kind of look like. I didn't have much on the ASIC side of things, but here we can see the A11 Pro 1.5 gigahash miner. So this is 1.5 gigahash at 2,350 watts. By today's standards, especially looking at those Jazz miners at 1.9 gigahash at like 700 watts, this thing absolutely sucks. But it was one of the best miners for Ethash at the time. And you can see it's supposed to be racking in $125 a day. If we rewind a little bit from that bull run, here you can see what some of the profitability was, like the Gold Shell KD5 when Cadena was having its pump, and before the KA3, we could see 18 terahash at over 2,000 watts was making $279 a day after power. We got the BMK1 Cadena miner, 231. Cadena was the ultimate miners to have at that time. Obviously, we have the Ethash miners E9. It says there's going to be 3 gigahash. We know what happened there. It didn't end up being 3 gigahash. It wasn't released yet. Coming soon, $202. We got the L7s here for the script miners, Dogecoin, Litecoin. Remember, we're in a bull run. Everything is pumping here. $112 a day after power. That's insane. You can see a solid sea of green is happening in this bull run here. Everything is profitable, and it's absolutely crazy. Now that we got a little taste of the bull runs again, let's just kind of jump back to the price of some mining hardware. Now, I don't have any here. I only really have this one to show a price, but it's a good example to get an eye on, what's going to happen and when it's going to happen fast. So I'm just going to find the little spot here. Where is it? Where's the price? Here we go. So this is in Canadian dollars, underneath is USD, but look at that. 1.5 gigahash miners, 40,000 Canadian dollars, $31,500. This thing costs more than the frickin' KS3 from Bitmain when it first released, and that thing was making $3,000 a day. So you can see here, prices are going to start shooting up, and when they do, it's going to happen very fast. These Jazz miners could be over $10,000 depending on what the profitability and how much of these coins pump. So looking at the prices of these Jazz miners right now, they're very cheap. And again, you might be waiting for prices to go lower, but we're running out of time to actually get hardware. The prices are cheap because the profitability isn't really there, but the bull run is going to come and things are going to jack up in price so darn fast. You're going to be like, well, I missed it. Now what do I do? And people are going to spend stupid amounts of money because things are starting to look profitable at that point. So I'm not trying to sell you guys any ASICs or anything, but if you do decide, I do have links in the description. Just a little pun here, but you definitely are running out of time for these things because the prices are going to jack up. Here's another video here of some GPU mining profitability. ETC was actually a little bit higher here. This one was, I think, around June of 2022. Ethereum was still around, but we were moving into that bear market at this point. And we can see Ethereum was still here. There was 1.02 petahash on the network, $1.60 on a 3080 after power, almost $2 on Ethereum Classic after power, but it did only have about 22 terahash on the network. We're upwards of 150 terahash or something at times right now. We know we got Conflux here. Look at Ravencoin, $1.01 after power, but there's only 2.71 terahash on the network because the majority of the GPUs were all flooded into Ethereum. Ethereum was absorbing the majority of the hardware, which is why we were seeing profitability on a lot of these other coins. But look at 2.71 terahash on Ravencoin here. Look what we got on Ravencoin right now, 6.63 terahash. A crap ton of hash rate, and a halving went through after the fact as well. So I don't have very many clips, guys. I wish I had a whole bunch more. That's why I've been tracking these every month and everything, moving into that next bull run, so that when the bear market hits again, I have all the information for myself, because I didn't really track the ASIC environment much, but a lot more of you guys are moving into it. So I thought this was a very interesting video to kind of bring to your guys' attention that soon things are going to be coming. Let's just take a quick look at the Bitcoin price. So let's just get a quick idea here of a possible timeline on when we expect the bull run to potentially start and when miner prices are really going to start climbing. And when they climb, they're going to climb fast. So right now in NiceHash, the Bitcoin halving is set to happen around May 8th. Now this is subject to change depending on network hash rates and difficulties and blocks being found. So one thing to keep in mind of, this is the magic number that you really want to wait for. Block height 840,000. Once that block gets found, the halving will happen. And that is depending on the network hash rate and difficulty, because that'll determine how the blocks are being found. Now this jumps around anywhere from, it could be March upwards to June. It's all over the place constantly depending on that network hash rate and stuff. But again, keep an eye on this block height. So right now it's looking like around May. So March to May is a safe bet of when that halving could take place. The last time this did happen, here's 2013. No, here's 2020. I was looking at 2013 down there. I failed. But here's 2020, about where the previous halving is. Now, 2020 is our 2024. It does happen every 4 years, usually within like the same month. So the cycles are a thing. Use them to your advantage, and you will succeed in your cryptocurrency trading as well as mining. In this case, we're dealing with mining. So the halving happened, and you can see it was a constant. It wasn't a huge boom right off the get-go, but it does a solid green. Then towards the end of the year here, which is why I'm saying towards the end of next year, 2024, probably around October, end of summer there, end of third quarter, we're going to start seeing the bigger increases. But it's going to be a solid green pretty much all of next year once the halving event actually happens. This is where we're going to start to see the increase in miner prices, because the profitability is going to be picking up as well. And then the following year, moving into 2021 here, which is going to be our 2025, that's where we're going to see the Bitcoin peaks happen and full-fledged crypto mining is exploding. Now, the altcoins is a totally different scenario. They could happen, we could see some all-time highs hit next year in 2024, or they could even follow it the following year, 2026, early on. Like Flux actually hit its all-time high after the Bitcoin hit its peak the following year around January, February. So these are things to keep in mind though, but following the Bitcoin schedule, that's what it's going to look like. It's looking like sometime next year after the halving, we're going to be a constant green, and ASIC miners, all the miners that's going to be profitable, prices will be going up on hardware. They'll be going up very fast, and we're going to see some crazy high numbers there. So that about wraps it up, guys. I wish I had a lot more detailed videos and prices of other miners and stuff from the last bull run, but I don't, sadly. Red Panda Mining probably has a crap ton of them. He was always covering that, but I am trying to keep records of everything now every single month so that I will have that for future references. But let me know down in the comment section, how are you preparing for the bull run? Are you all set? I'm pretty much maxed out on power. I can't really do much more, so I think I am set where I'm at right now. But if you have a lot of power you can still use, or maybe you're going to a hosting company or something, the time to get hardware is now, because pretty soon it's going to be way too expensive. Obviously things are going to be making a lot more, so it might look like a better idea at the time, but right now things are very cheap. In the bull runs, we always said, oh, imagine when they were this cheap, or remember when they were that cheap, and everyone's like, oh, I wish. We have that time right now, and people are saying it's too expensive. So they're going to get a lot more expensive, and it's going to get a lot more expensive very, very soon. So here we are, guys. We're sitting here. We're at the tail end of the bear market. The bull market is coming pretty darn soon here. Thank you for checking out this video. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.